everyone, how's it going? This is Nanice, and this is your astrology reading for the full moon in Aquarius, which is happening on Saturday, July the 24th at 4:37 a.m. Cairo, Egypt time. Aquarius is the airy, intellectual, communicative, and yang or masculine fixed sign of Saturn. The constellation of Aquarius is based on the mythology of Ganymede, who was a beautiful man, and because he was so beautiful, Zeus saw him and fell in love with him and decided to abduct him without his consent. He was abducted to be a water pourer to the gods in Mount Olympus. So this story paints a picture of a human that was somehow special and was seen for his specialness and was taken away and to be a kind of alien, to achieve an alien status. So he became not human because he was living with the gods, but he was not one of the gods because he's human. So it's like it's a tale of segregation and in a way a kind of oppression, or something like being imposed on you. He didn't have the choice to go. Zeus didn't go up to him and say, "Hey, Ganymede, do you want to live and serve the gods?" It was not his choice. He was taken. So it's a story of being outcast while simultaneously being chosen and special. The sign of Aquarius is also about humanitarianism and other progressive ideology. It's an ideological sign. And it is based on the idea of the people as a collective, as opposed to the opposite zodiac sign, which is Leo, which is symbolic of the elite of the select few. The sun is in the sign of Leo during this time of the full moon, and the moon is in the opposite sign of Aquarius. This is what makes it a full moon. It's an opposition. And the full moon in Aquarius is with Saturn retrograde, which is, Saturn is the ruling planet of Aquarius. So, and the moon in astrology, it can represent the people. In mundane astrology, the moon is representative of the people. So, while the sun represents the elite or the ruler or the queen or the king or the celebrity or the select. So there's a kind of opposition or a face-off going on between the energies of the select and the energies of the people and of the masses. And this is something that we've already been feeling over the past 2 weeks since the new moon. It's building up right now. And a clear example of this is how in the past few days, the billionaires, Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos, were rocketed up into space, and the internet was full of criticism from the masses, saying that they were out of touch with what's happening down here on Earth with the regular folk, and how Bezos thanked his workers for this controversial trip to space, saying that it is the hard work of his employees that got him to achieve this dream of his. While people were criticizing him that he was not giving his workers adequate health care or an adequate wage, especially during such a challenging time such as this during a pandemic. So in this scenario, perhaps the billionaires are Ganymede, out of touch with the people for being chosen above the rest somehow. The moon in Aquarius is sandwiched between Pluto and Saturn during this lunation. This tells me that we may be caught between a rock and a hard place. The new moon in Cancer 2 weeks ago was not a particularly easy new moon. Since this new moon, there were a lot of homes and lives that were lost due to water-related problems, and as well as an increase in protests and demonstrations about people's rights to do what they want with their bodies, and against this against a certain certification for being able to have a job or to travel and things like that. This full moon is going to bring to light the unfair power dynamics at play at this critical moment in history post 2020. During this full moon, because of this Pluto-Saturn influence, themes of control, oppression, and structures, combined with hidden power, life force, purging, and obsession, hidden riches will be highlighted. Now, how this manifests for you in your own unique natal chart depends on where Aquarius is placed in your chart. So if you'd like to know what that means for you, please contact me for a reading. That's all I have for you today. I hope you guys have a very blessed full moon, and I'll be speaking to you guys soon. Bye.